we're going to have to look at the Freeman Mazda stat of the week to really get confirmation on that. So let's not waste any more time and let's get into the Freeman Mazda stat of the week, brought to you as always by our friends over at freemanmazda.net. Does it make sense to move Tyron Smith to right tackle and consider Terence Steele at left guard? Does it make sense? Let's look at the Freeman Mazda stat of the week. Spoiler alert, it's two of them. Terence Steele was the 6th best graded tackle in run blocking grade by Pro Football Focus. Now, I know what you're thinking. Man, that is a subjective stat. And it is, because it's a grade after all. But if you look at rushing yards per attempt, rushing yards per game, after Terence Steele went out because of injury, all of those went downward for the Cowboys. And Tyron Smith's run blocking rate was not pretty, even in limited playing time. He was 117th in the NFL if you take away the qualifying filters, which might make things a little bit messy because he didn't play that much. But here's the point. Tyron was not playing his position, and I know that he might get a full offseason of work at a new spot, but I don't know if that will change things a lot. I just don't think that it is the dominant version of Tyron Smith that we have grown to love and respect. I don't think he's that dude at right tackle, and it's not his fault or anything like that. It's just not his original position. And now one of the big arguments for this, for, moving Tyron Smith to right tackle is the pass pro aspect of things. I don't know when we all kind of started acting like Terence Steele didn't work in pass pro, because he actually had a better pressure rate allowed than Tyron Smith, and that's the second part of the Freeman Mazda stat of the week. Steele allowed 4.5%, allowed pressures on 4.5% of his pass blocking snaps per Pro Football Focus. Tyron Smith allowed him 4.7. Now, I'm not saying that because of that number, Tyron Smith is worse than Terence Steele necessarily in pass pro, because that is a minimal difference, pretty much non-existent. But I'm saying, man, that is a good number if you are Terence Steele. It actually will rank pretty well across the league among starting right tackles. 4.5% pressure rate has to be acceptable. There might be some issues there in terms of sacks allowed. I will grant you that. But also, we know how volatile sacks are, and we know how pressures will often tell the truth more often than sacks will. So I'm not going to act like Terence Steele sucks at pass protection, and I'm not going to act like that is good enough information for us to really assume that the decision is the correct one to move Terence Steele from his position. So my question from me to you after the Freeman Mazda stat of the week is the following one. Do you think that Terence Steele should be the right tackle of the 2023 Dallas Cowboys? Yes or no? Let me know in the chat. And while you do that, let's talk about the guys that make this show possible and this segment possible. Our friends over at freemanmazda.net. You can check out the ride of the week on the website. We'll also talk about it, but also check out their car dealership over at Irving, Texas. You can also visit their website over at freemanmazda.net, and in it, you can browse their wide range of new and used vehicles, as well as the features of every car, pictures of the outside and inside of every vehicle. And as we do around this time, it's time to cover the Freeman Mazda ride of the week, starting at $33,675. The 2023 Mazda CX-5 2.5S premium all-wheel drive. It's got all-wheel drive features, Apple CarPlay / Android Auto, a game-changing Wi-Fi hotspot, adaptive cruise control, parking sensors and assist, and a sunroof. With a fuel economy of up to 30 miles per gallon in the highway, 24 miles per gallon in the city, make sure that you check out the Freeman Mazda Ride of the Week.